everyone, welcome to our Expert Talk series presented by the Eco Club and the Heritage Club. Today we are exploring a fascinating topic, man in the Nilgiris. The Nilgiris, with its breathtaking beauty, rich biodiversity, and deep-rooted culture, holds many stories about the delicate balance between humans and nature. To help us understand this better, we are joined by a truly inspiring guest, Mr. Janardhan Nanjundan, fondly known as Jana.
Yes, let me introduce Mr. Jana. Mr. Jana is an educator at large and a walk to talk environmentalist from the Nilgiris. He is a National Geographic Certified Educator, NASA citizen scientist, and NASA top scholar. As the founder of Nilgiri Needs Love and PaleoNilgiris project, he has dedicated his work to exploring the deep natural history of Nilgiris while inspiring youth to protect our planet. He is also a two-time TEDx speaker, Green Champion 2024 awardee, and a proud member of international conservation networks like IUCN and INTAC. We're truly honored to have him with us today.
Sir, welcome to the NGP's Expert Talk series. I have a question for you, sir. Nilgiris is known for its beauty and biodiversity, and also for the challenges it faces. What inspired you to dedicate your life to protect this region?
Before that, thanks for having me here. Okay, so it's all by accident. I'm not a conservationist by profession. So I used to teach MBA for a Hyderabad-based business school, and I came for a couple of weeks during I think 2019, and COVID happened. And I'm quite fortunate that COVID happened. Of course, it's a sad story, but still. Okay, so I was here, I was forced to be here in my hometown for almost 2 years. So before that, I used to be a avid hiker. So I've crisscrossed the entire Nilgiris. Okay, so COVID, what you have to do? You're you're at home and nothing much could be done. So I thought I'll hike. So after 15 years of a gap, so there's one place just above my house. So I live close to Dorabetta. So there's a place called Tiger Hills. So after a 15 years gap, I hiked there, and to my surprise, everything was changed. So the plants were missing, the trees were missing, the orange wild berries were missing, and my friend Malabar Jane squirrel was missing, and almost the native trees, the rhododendrons were missing, what I've already used and seen in my past. So I was missing a part of myself. So to rediscover like what I missed, so I started understanding why this change. Then I came to know it's like climate change is one aspect of it. Then I'm no expert in climate change. I'm into management. So I started learning, and understanding climate change, the science behind it, and what can be done. So the only thing, is climate is ever changing. Climate has changed in the past, but it changed at a very a larger phase. So now it's changed at a very shorter phase. So that's the problem. So what has to change in like 10,000 years, 20,000 years is changing in like 200 years. So that made me to take action. So I started learning. Then I started teaching the same thing to the next generation.
It was truly inspiring, sir. Thank you.
But,
Sir, may I proceed with the next question?
yeah, please.
Can you tell us more about the PaleoNilgiris project and how it helps us understand the connection between people, land, and history?
That's a beautiful question. Again, paleo means ancient or oldest. Okay, so we have history, we have prehistory, and after that, so what happened? See, history is like we have a time frame, 500 years to 1,000 years or 5,000 years. So 10,000 years or 20,000 years, how do you know things? So paleo means ancient or the oldest. Okay, so history talks about people, but when you talk about paleo, so there were no people involved. It's only land and the other aspect of it. Okay, so people, they were much later, and in history we have years. So in paleo we don't have years, we call it as epoch or eons. So that is a bigger time scale, okay, time frame. So if you want to understand, see, how do we know that it's climate change now? Because something is happening which has happened in the past, and suppose if you want to know what had happened, 10,000 years ago, or 50,000 years ago, or a million years ago. So there comes this paleo. So understand, to see, conservation is always understanding the nature, understanding the environment. So this is a kind of tracking or tracing back this climate change a million years ago. So we have traced, I mean, with a lot of technologies and things, we have traced up to like 600 million years. To be precise, like 640 million years. So I can even map, animated map, like where was Nilgiris 500 million years ago. So where it has traveled now. So with the technology, we can do all those things. So it's very interesting. But for your information, paleo means it's ancient, very old.
Wow, that really connected the dots beautifully. Thank you, sir.
Sir, here's my next question. Through Nilgiri Needs Love, you involve young people in conservation. How do you think students like us can take part in this initiative?
Yeah, see, everyone can take part, but my focus is only on the youngsters, because I've done it in the past. Okay, so youngsters are, for one main reason, for their energy level, and they're young and they understand it much, and they are the future. Okay, and see, I have experienced so many good things with nature, with environment. So I want the same experience for others. Suppose I have trekked the entire Nilgiris, so I want my son to do the same thing, but now it's different. Okay, so I want to share this beauty, share this knowledge, share this experience to the next generation. So see, that's what sustainability is all about. So one generation can't enjoy everything, it has to be passed on to the generations to come. Okay, and that's how this initiative started. And you can involve, of course you can participate in whatever activities we do. Okay, we do cleanups, okay, we do inspiration classes, awareness sessions, so many things, exhibitions, okay, hikes, nature walks, okay, and again so many things. It's all, it depends upon, suppose recently we just celebrated the wildlife week. So we did like 10 plus programs in different areas. So you can participate in all of it, it's open to all. And another thing is, what I want to do is, or what I want you to do is, see, I'm from the Nilgiris, so I made it as Nilgiri Needs Love. Okay, so you can do one in your campus, maybe NGP Needs Love, or NGP Campus Needs Love, or your school is in Kalapati Needs Love. Okay, so it becomes, it's customized to the area and to the people, so people can easily participate. Okay, the local, you can gather the local people. Okay, so that's how conservation. See, conservation is a team effort. You can't do it with a single person. Okay, again it's a community effort also. You have to involve all the communities. Okay, the stakeholders are much larger. All right, so you can do it however you want. Again, it's open. So we do small awareness programs on a monthly basis. Sometimes 2 or 3 in a month. You are open to participate in all, and again it's free of cost. We don't charge anything. Only thing is, we want your time, and you have to be, if you're curious enough, you have a place in Nilgiri Needs Love.
Thank you, sir. That was really inspiring.
You have spoken about sustainable living and climate action on many platforms. What are some simple lifestyle choices we can adopt to live more sustainably, and how do you do it with your people in your locality, sir?
That's a brilliant question. So I just mentioned like what sustainability is, like whatever the resource, careful usage of resources. Okay, so there are many things can be done. So I would like to tell like 1 or 2 things for the younger generation to follow. So nowadays, fast fashion or this fashion industry contributes to almost 10 to 15% of carbon emission. Okay, 10 to 15% only from the fashion industry. And fashion industry is, changing very fast, and that's why we have another term called fast fashion. So yesterday's fashion is gone, okay, tomorrow, or and again these are driven by celebrities and actors and actresses and fashion icons. Okay, so this has to be stopped. Again, I won't say stopped, or it has to be diverted in a different way. Okay, so making or wearing new clothes or new, it's trendy, it's good, but again it's ecologically a lot of destructions are happening. So this has to change. This is one thing, major thing. So recycle, reuse, rethink. There's something called upcycle. Okay, so the bag I use, okay, it's used canvas, military canvas. The military used to have tents those days. It's made up of canvas, so it's a upcycled bag. Okay, so all those things, again, see, for every occasion we buy, okay, fine, how long we use it, okay, how long we use it. Have you ever really wore something and you wear it till the end, till its life? We are not, and we have unnecessary clothes in our wardrobe, okay, more than what we actually require. Okay, so this has to be somehow stopped. Okay, or you have to find an alternative. So see, you can have, see, why you have to follow a cinema star is after all an entertainer. Why don't you have your own fashion? Of course you wanted to go fashion, you want to go trendy. Okay, why don't you create your own fashion with your own clothes? You become that celebrity, you become that personality with your own eco-friendly fashion. So this is one thing. So fashion, okay. Another thing is, of course, I do it with my people. I asked, okay, so we use all refrigerator. Okay, so again, here the temperature is much little hotter. So there in my place in the Nilgiris, it's much colder. So I urge, or I request, everyone in the Nilgiris, or maybe even you can try it here, you can switch off the refrigerator for about 4 to 6 hours during night. So night the temperature will fall down automatically, okay, naturally. Okay, so you don't need the same energy for the refrigerator. So you can switch off for, like here maybe you can switch it off for 2 hours. Okay, so nothing happens because it's already cold just before you sleep, maybe 10 o'clock, and you can switch it on early in the morning. Okay, the cold it still stays. So that's why you reduce the electricity, again electricity consumption, again the chemical component which emits every refrigerator. So if there are like 1,000 students in your school, if 1,000 people, or I'd say 500 people start doing it, that's a big change. So it's a small change you're making, but it's a big difference. It's a big difference. It's so simple things. You need not do many things. Okay, simple things. Okay, you can reuse, okay, or upcycle, or you can change it. And there is one person, in my town. So they are making, bags out of used denim jeans. Okay, so I'm having, next time probably I'll bring it. So I'm using it. So you upcycle it. You need not throw it. Landfills, again, landfill is another big thing. Okay, so create your own eco-friendly fashion.
That was wonderful, sir. Thank you for motivating us to take small steps.
Sir, here's my next question. The Nilgiris is home to many diverse communities and traditions. How do you see the link between heritage and ecology?
See, there's a link, it's not a new link. The link is there for millennia. Okay, it was there. So these people, indigenous people, they have, understood nature like nobody. Okay, they have always considered nature as superior to them. Okay, because nature gave them everything. Okay, right from their food, shelter, clothing, weapons, everything nature gave. Those days, our people, Stone Age people used stones as weapons, wood. Okay, they made clothes, skin clothes, all those things. So they worshipped nature. Okay, and there's a separate field called traditional ecological knowledge or indigenous knowledge. So where it tells, like, how this nature is connected, environment is connected with the people. All right, and see, these people, for one example, they just consume what they want. They don't even store it. Today you want this food, probably they harvest only that particular. You want a couple of fruits, they harvest only couple of fruits. Okay, they eat it and they leave it. Okay, so they have this bond with nature, and they worshipped everything, all right from the mountains, lands, trees, especially water bodies. Okay, so everything they worshipped. They worshipped, again they preserved. Okay, and these things, followed from generation to generation in the form of rites and rituals. So all the rituals is connected. If you go beyond the logic of these rituals, they have a scientific conservation methodology. Okay, so it's connected. It's scientific field. It's an upcoming scientific field. Traditional ecological knowledge is upcoming scientific field. So it's all related. See, it's like how ecology is related. Okay, biodiversity, everything is related. Right from our mosquitoes, frogs, and snakes, and monkeys, cows, all those things. Everything is related within one. So the people, it's like intertwined. The people and nature are intertwined. Okay, so because they thought, or still thinking, that nature is superior, we are part of nature, and that understanding is very important. Okay, we have to think that we are part of nature.
Thank you, sir. Those words were very true.
Sir, shall I ask my next question? As someone who has achieved so much in environmental education, what message would you like to give to young change makers watching this interview?
Well, simple message. I don't want to complicate it. Okay. So again, I just said, like, we have to always see ourselves as part of nature. Just like any ant, okay, a tiger, a leopard, okay, a monkey or a frog. Okay, even we are humans, come in that particular thing. So we are part of nature. We are not superior. Another thing is, we need nature. Nature doesn't need us. Okay, we need nature to survive. Okay, nature doesn't need us. Nature will thrive on itself. Okay, so that understanding is very important. And if you have watched a movie called Spider-Man, have you watched Spider-Man? Okay, that's the first part. Okay, so Neil Parker comes. Neil Parker is a Spider-Man. He plays the character of Spider-Man, and he has his uncle called Uncle Ben. So suddenly, these Neil Parker, Spider-Man, realized that he has these superpowers, like he can climb things. So he goes to his uncle and he tells that, uncle, I'm having some powers. So what should I do with these power? So Uncle Ben says, with more power comes more responsibility. So use it responsibly. So now on this planet, we humans are the most powerful creature on earth. We can do anything, right? We have been to the moon, Mars. Okay, we have gone under the oceans. We have seen ocean beds. Okay, we are doing so many things which no other species could do. It's only human. Okay, so we are the most powerful creature on this planet. So with this power comes a lot of responsibilities. So all the plants around you, all the mountains around you, all the water bodies, or anything around you, it's our responsibility. Okay, so we have to take care of it. They can't do much. All whales, okay, all small insects, okay, ants, anything, it's our responsibility. So we have to take care of it. So that's the message I would tell.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your stories and thoughts with us. It's truly inspiring to hear how one person's passion can bring communities together to care for nature. We hope this conversation encourages more of us to explore, protect, because Nilgiris needs love.